Hello everyone, and welcome to MyniQ podcast. I'm your host, and I'll be sharing short English stories and conversations with you every day. Today's episode is The Architect of Tomorrow. And the text level is 7. Learn how to make really complicated sentences, check everything you learn, and practice using it by writing and talking. Stick around till the end for 5 quick questions to test your understanding. Alright then, let's get listening.
The Architect of Tomorrow. The year was 2183, and humanity had finally reached the pinnacle of architectural innovation. Julian Morgan, a renowned architect from the past, had made it possible by designing the first self-sustaining city on Mars. As the inhabitants of this new world began to thrive, they started to notice strange occurrences. Buildings would shift and change shape before their very eyes. It was as if the city itself was alive. Julia's granddaughter, Maya, a brilliant engineer, had been working on a top-secret project to harness the power of quantum entanglement. She claimed that this technology could manipulate the very fabric of reality. As the city continued to evolve and change, Maya became obsessed with unlocking its secrets. But as Maya delved deeper into her research, she began to realize that Julia's true intentions had been hidden behind a veil of secrecy. The city was not just a marvel of engineering, it was a gateway to a new dimension. And Julia had left behind a cryptic message, hinting at the existence of an even greater truth waiting to be uncovered.
Now, let's move on to the conversation between Billy, Meg, Kelly, and their teacher, Louis, after reading the novel.
Wow, a city that changes shape. That's like something out of a dream. I wonder if it's friendly like a giant pet, or maybe a bit grumpy.
Maybe it's like a giant transformer. Imagine a city that could turn into a spaceship and blast off to other planets. That would be epic.
But how does it actually work? What makes the buildings shift and change? It sounds like some kind of advanced nanotechnology, maybe even controlled by artificial intelligence.
Or maybe it's magic. What if Julia Morgan discovered a way to infuse the city with a life force? That would explain why it feels so alive.
While the idea of a living city is fascinating, we must rely on scientific reasoning. Quantum entanglement, as Maya believes, could offer a potential explanation. It deals with the strange connections between particles at a subatomic level. Quantum entanglement? That sounds way cooler than magic. So you're saying the city is like one giant quantum computer or something? In essence, perhaps, it's a highly advanced concept, but imagine if manipulating these entangled particles could influence matter on a larger scale, even architecture.
That's mind-blowing. But what about the secret message Julia Morgan left? What if it reveals a way to travel to other dimensions through the city?
Oh, a gateway to other dimensions. Imagine all the possibilities. Different worlds, different realities. This book is way better than fantasy. It's like science fiction meets mystery.
Do you think there are aliens in those other dimensions? Maybe that's who Julia Morgan was communicating with all along.
Then it's some kind of advanced civilization, maybe even humans from the future. This story is making my head spin, but in a good way.
Remember, these are intriguing theories but ultimately speculation. We must encourage critical thinking and analysis. What evidence from the text supports these claims?
Now, let's test your understanding of the novel and the dialogue with 5 questions. Question 1. What makes the city in the story unique? A. It is built entirely of glass. B. It is the first city on Mars. C. It can change and rearrange its structure. D. It is powered by a giant solar panel. E. It is inhabited by aliens. The answer is C. It can change and rearrange its structure. Question 2. Who is Maya in the story? A. Julia Morgan's daughter. B. An architect who designed the city. C. An inhabitant of the city on Mars. D. A brilliant engineer and Julia Morgan's granddaughter. E. An artificial intelligence controlling the city. The answer is D. A brilliant engineer and Julia Morgan's granddaughter. Question 3. What technology does Maya believe is key to the city's abilities? I. Artificial intelligence. B. Nanotechnology. C. Quantum entanglement. D. Solar energy. E. Genetic engineering. The answer is C. Quantum entanglement. Question 4. What did Julia Morgan's secret message suggest about the city? I. It was designed to be a tourist destination. B. It was an experiment in sustainable living. C. It was a gateway to another dimension. D. It was created to escape an alien invasion. E. It was meant to be a gift to future generations. The answer is C. It was a gateway to another dimension. Question 5. Which character in the dialogue shows the most skepticism and encourages critical thinking? I. Meg. B. Carrie. C. Billy. D. Leah. E. Julia Morgan. The answer is D. Leah. That's it for today's quiz. How many did you answer correctly? Thanks for tuning in to my channel today. I hope you enjoyed the stories and conversations and found the quiz challenging yet fun. Don't forget to subscribe or follow us for more daily English learning content. Until next time, keep practicing your English and have a wonderful day.